Hyundai say they want to have EV adoption for everybody. Not just Hyundai owners, they want to help in transitioning people to the electric car. And so they've offered their second electric car in their forthcoming lineup of 3 that we know about. This is the Ioniq 6. They say this is a vehicle that's a cocoon. It has space. It's good for the family. I'll be the judge of that.
Are you looking for the ultimate all-electric car to rival Tesla or VW's upcoming models? Look no further than the Hyundai Ioniq 6. With an impressive range of 340 miles on a single charge and a host of extra features, this car is the ultimate in style and convenience.
Interior, you can tell this is a quality fit and finish, a quality build, quality design and quality materials. Looking at some of the interior, you can see that they have done some things that are not normal in a car. The surrounds, very good looking. The LED lighting, almost everywhere you look, from the dash to the doors. And talking about the doors, there is a vacancy of switches on the doors. In fact, it's the door handle and the memory seat here on the driver's side, and just the door handle on the passenger side. That leaves you with window switches in the center console. Very much like a Jeep Wrangler, but makes me have to think every time I want to open or close a window. It also has that 8-speaker Bose sound system, and in front of the driver, well, that's where the technology gets really heavy, starting with 12.3-inch dual screens that I have to say are very useful.
With a digital key and over-the-air firmware updates, the Ioniq 6 is as functional as luxurious.
Now, Hyundai have wanted multiple ways for you to communicate with the vehicle. That includes steering wheel controls. They also have the touch screen and the voice. There are limited buttons in this vehicle, but there still are buttons, and that is invigorating to me. Where a lot of companies decided to go, no buttons, I'm done, I'm out of the button business, Hyundai have put the essential buttons in this vehicle. However, when you get deep into the menu system, it does get a little confusing. And when you get super old like me, confusing is not your friend.
Relax in the comfortable eco-processed leather seats and recycled fishing net carpet while enjoying the 64 colour LED lights and 6 dual colour themes designed to promote relaxation.
Stupid amount of room here in the back. In fact, I'm probably not a good person to judge, but that's walking distance, the seat in front of me, and that's where I would normally sit. I'm only 5'4", so perhaps somebody taller should get in the back here, but I do notice something here. Look at the angle of my femur here. Look how it's angled up. That's because the load floor is fairly high, and that's where the battery is, the load floor. Someone with a longer leg might have their legs up into their stomach at some point. However, there are a lot of very cool things here in the back. There's LED lighting in the doors, cool speakers, USB-C ports, and everything is flat, so you could actually put a laptop on the middle armrest here to work while you were parked in some parking lot at your kid's soccer game. Those are things that Hyundai thought about very carefully and put in to really tailor to the family.
But that's not all. Hyundai has strategically placed an outlet under the back seats, perfect for charging your devices on the go.
Now, they did wire this vehicle with infrastructure to allow you to plug in a lot of USBs and USB-Cs as well. You have a USB-A up front, your charging pad, and 2 USB-Cs inside the center console. Then in the back, 2 more USB-Cs. You also have quite a lot of legroom, and you get ambient lighting and the speaker. But because the battery is in the floor, you will notice that your angle of leg in the back is fairly raised, and for taller people, it doesn't count me, that might be an issue.
With motor-driven power steering, an integrated drive axle and frequency-sensitive shock absorbers, you can expect impressive handling and performance.
Now, first of all, completely silent ride, but how does it handle? Well, my steering wheel is a little heavier than I expected, but it still allows you to position the car very well in the road. So a quick sporty change of lane here, and yep, it seems to move very nicely. Good acceleration and good steering. Suspension, well, I'm on a very bumpy road, and you don't see me jiggling too much, do you?
Choose from a top-of-the-line dual motor setup with all-wheel drive and 320 horsepower, or you can have a single rear axle layout with 225 horsepower.
Now this vehicle has different drive modes. There is a button on the steering wheel, you just depress it and you can actually get what you choose, from eco to normal, go all the way to sport mode or even snow mode. The cool thing about it is if you change the modes, the colours on the dash change as well as the ambient lighting. That's pretty cool.
With acoustic design processors that generate unique sounds inside the cabin, the driving experience is truly one of a kind.
Now you can also program the amount of sound that you hear in the cab. So this is full sound volume, and put your foot down. It makes me feel like I'm driving some kind of spaceship, doesn't it?
The Hyundai Ioniq 6 boasts a sleek and modern design with a streamlined exterior, making it stylish and aerodynamic.
If dot matrix isn't your thing, and perhaps Andy Warhol, you can't miss the fact that this is covered in little dots. The turn signals, LED lights, all dots. There's dot designs twice in the headlights. Down the bottom here, get to the tail lights, it's dot, 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 dot everywhere.
The Hyundai Ioniq 6 also boasts an innovative lighting design with 700 parametric pixel lights distributed through the car, giving it a sleek and modern look.
So let's talk about design. Maybe a little bit of an identity crisis in this vehicle. The front, smooth, modern, very sleek. Get to the roof, it's about as high as some crossovers. And then the back, well, you cannot miss the fact that this looks very much like a Porsche 911. However, those were not the inspiration for the back end. This vehicle was inspired by the stout Scarab. That's a vehicle that's about 77 years old and looks very minibus-esque. The head of Hyundai had a stout Scarab, brought it into the studio and told his designers, take some inspiration from this. Well, when your boss says do something, you generally do if you want to keep your job. Not bad, but a little different.
While some features may be available in the American market later, Hyundai is ready to install camera mirrors as soon as the Department of Transport approves them.
The edge of the dash is flip up in something like the Boeing wings. You've seen them on the aircraft where the end of the wings go up, and that's kind of what the dash looks like. But it's not just a design feature, it's actually a feature there because in Europe and Asia you have camera mirrors for this vehicle, and that's where the screen is housed to show you what's on the outside of the vehicle.
If the Tesla Model 3 or the VW ID.7 when it arrives is on your shopping list, I encourage you to experience what I think is one of the ultimate stylish and performing vehicles with great convenience in the electric market, the Hyundai Ioniq 6.
I'm Nik Miles.